Hi, good morning. This is FlyLady Premium Mentor Emma here. Today I want to talk about zones, and over the next few weeks, once a week, I will post something about the zone that we're in, which is getting ahead of myself. I'm going to explain what zones are, why we use them, and why it's good to use them. So we break our house into different areas, and those areas are the zones. Okay, and generally we follow FlyLady zones to start off with, but your house is not FlyLady's house, and this is how we really make flying working. Once we get confident, you can tweak the zones to fit with your house. So I don't have a formal dining room, but in the past I had a craft room, and now I have a craft room, and that needs some work on it constantly. So when we're in the zone that includes the dining room, I use that to deal with my craft room. It's kind of as simple as that. So I'm just going to go through and explain where the zones are broken down and when they occur during the month, and kind of quickly what we should be doing. Not in any detail today, because that will come for each zone. If I tried to do it in detail today, we would be here for a month while I was describing to you each zone. I'm sorry, the dog has found her donut, her squeaky donut, which she lost for a while, and it's the favourite toy. So we're going to have a backdrop of squeaking doggy. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so like I said, the zones are basically as simple as breaking down your home. So we do that over a calendar. And if you look at your calendar, most months fall over pretty much parts of 5 weeks. Yeah, sometimes 4 weeks, sometimes 6, but pretty much over 5. And FlyLady starts her zones on a Sunday, so we work Sunday through Saturday. Okay, so for this month, it's the 1st of February today for me writing it here now. So if you're watching this in July, it will probably be helpful for you to get your calendar out and have a look at where the months fall. But for me right now, it's the 1st of February and it's a Thursday. Okay, that's important, but I'll explain to you why in a minute. So there are 5 zones. Zone 1 is the entrance, front porch and dining room. And we do that for the first few days of the month leading up to the Saturday. So we do it for this month, we will be in this zone Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. And then it gets a little bit more straightforward. Zone 2 is our kitchen, and we spend a whole week in that. So on Sunday, we will go from zone 1 into zone 2 into the kitchen, and we will be in there all week until next Saturday. And then the following Sunday, we will go into zone 3, which is the main bathroom and one other room. Now you can choose that wherever you want. If that's a children's room or a guest bedroom or wherever, you can choose that, and you can switch it as to what you need to do that. There's no hard and fast for that. I tend to move it around to wherever I need to focus the most. At the moment, it tends to be my youngest son's bedroom because he's away serving a mission for 2 years. So it's just there being a guest bedroom at the moment, and so it can kind of get dusty and forgotten a lot of the time. So zone 4 is our master bedroom, bathroom and closet. Okay, so that's whatever you need to do in there. We focus in that, and that starts again on the Sunday and goes right the way through to the Saturday. And then zone 5, the living room, that starts on the Sunday and goes right through to the 1st of the month. So for this last week that we've just had, it started on the Sunday, the 28th, and went through until yesterday, the 31st. And for February, it will start again, I think, on Sunday. No, it will start on Sunday, the 25th, and go right through until Wednesday the 28th. Of course, it's only a 28-day month, isn't it? So, and then you'll flop into the next zone 1, and we just rotate that through the year. So it's a really good idea to get your calendar out and mark those on there, always starting on the Sunday, always finishing on the Saturday, unless it's zone 1 and 5, and they kind of share the week depending on what month we're on. where the month falls, if that makes sense. It's kind of straightforward because it needs to be straightforward, because we don't want to be overwhelmed. We don't want to overwhelm you. FlyLady doesn't want to overwhelm you with complications. So don't worry about thinking about, oh my goodness, what zone am I going to be in 6 weeks' time? It's always there on the FlyLady website. It's always there as part of the flight plan, to tell you what the zone is. And there are missions, which I will talk about in the actual zone videos that I make. So this is just kind of an introduction to get you in gently, but you don't need to worry about those missions if you're not decluttered in that area. What FlyLady suggests, and what's just great, and I know worked really well for me at the time, is to declutter every day for 15 minutes in that zone. Just work on clearing that clutter until you've done it, because if there's clutter and you're having to move clutter to dust or to vacuum, then actually that's kind of pointless. You'd be better dealing with the clutter and then doing the rest later. Don't get carried away. Don't look and think, my goodness, I have got cobwebs there that have got cobwebs on them. That doesn't matter. What we're looking at here is consistency. Consistency is what matters. Okay, 15 minutes every day and you will see progress. If you go and watch the 31 baby steps, you'll hear that I'm quite consistent in my insistence on consistency, if that's a thing. So it's really important to be consistent. Now, I fit my zone work in my afternoon routine. Generally, that's where it is. I generally, my afternoon routine is pretty much done between 10:30 and 2. It's my morning routine is one thing, and then I'll just get on with what I need to get on with, because that's what works for me. But your afternoon routine can start at 4 o'clock if it needs to. There's no hard and fast rules here. Before you start decluttering, before you start zone work, your morning routine should always be done and finished, because the consistency of your morning routine, your morning routine, your evening routine, they are the framework. They're like the foundation for everything else that you do. They will keep things in place. And I don't know about you, but for me, for sure, if I've ever like really got into a project and really just let everything go by the wayside apart from the project, the rest of the house is trashed by the time I'm done. I might have one sparkling area that looks amazing. I might sort of, when I've moved into my log cabin, and there will be a reveal next week in my log cabin, and I'm not in it at the moment just because I didn't turn the heating on in time this morning to be out there. I forgot, how bad is that? I need to add that to my morning routine actually, because I could and should be out there every day. I just have a few little bits I have left to finish, and then there'll be a reveal. But when I was working on that, I did it 15 minutes at a time, but I did it all day 15 minutes at a time. And when I came into the house, because I'd not been in here and it was over Christmas and there were lots of people here, it was kind of trashed, not in a bad way, but it was kind of the things that I knew that I would normally get done hadn't been done. So it's really important not to get carried away just in one zone. 15 minutes is really good. And you can work around your house doing that over a month, over 2 months, over 3 months, and you'll start to see real progress. Okay, I'm going to go away now. Tomorrow I will be back with, well, if you're watching this in the order that I do them, then otherwise, obviously, it's not tomorrow necessarily. You can watch it straight away if it's there. But for anybody watching live tomorrow, I'll be back with talking about Zone 1. Which is where we are right now, which is the entrance, front porch and dining room. You have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. I, surprise, surprise, for anybody who has been watching along with me, have an essay to write. I will be so glad when it's May and I'm not doing 3 modules anymore, because I feel like all I do is read and do essays at the moment. So hopefully when I'm back tomorrow, that will all be done. Have a great day and I will see you soon.